Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns night is officially finished. We actually did see Shedeur come out for a couple of plays or a few drives after halftime, but I made my last video at halftime, and I just kind of want to look back at it. We got our pointer here. This first touchdown is going to be to Caden Davis, and I think I speak for a lot of people here. Like, the big concern for Shedeur Sanders getting this start had nothing to do with how Shedeur was going to play or how he was going to look. He even said in his on-field game or mid-game conference, he was even saying, the announcer was like, "What do you have to say, to your father who's tweeting on social media right now?" He was like, I still didn't do everything I needed to do. But here's what we do know. First off, I think Shedeur Sanders, his athleticism and his arm, whether power, accuracy, just his arm talent was on display tonight. And this first play, this first touchdown, every single person agrees how nice of this is. I mean, it's hard to even slow this down. We're going to get the all-22 at some point tomorrow, and you're going to see just kind of this pocket, and obviously we can all see it. It's clear as day here. It was really cool though. 14 to 23, 138, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He did take one bad sack after halftime, and then his first sack was just kind of the crazy, like, only lost 1 yard. We'll show that and much more from Shedeur Sanders. So before we do, hit that like button, hit that sub button. We post a ton of Shedeur's Sanders content, Browns content, NFL content every single day. So let's get into it. Now, like I said, I want to go through all of it. All right. Now, we saw 2 drops. We saw like 2 overthrows today. Just kind of seems like jitters, right? Obviously, Shedeur Sanders right here, the starter and quarterback for tonight. What I was alluding to in our last clip is, the concern I kind of had was there was no first-team Browns players in this, right? The offensive line is not first team, right? He's not playing with starting running backs. He's not playing with starting wide receivers. He's not playing with starting tight ends. Not to say that these guys are bad on Cleveland, but I am just saying that's what people's concern was. Is he getting a fair test? Is he getting a fair draw? Well, this right here is the first quarter, and it's 3rd and 9, and I think this right here, just moving off of, it looks like 92 here for the Carolina Panthers. You can kind of see this is the, obviously the line of scrimmage. You got a tight end right here, but the all-22 will show us, and even just as we, move forward a little bit, there is plenty of Panthers guys nearby. Shedeur's athleticism was something where, like, I'm a Notre Dame fan, all right? But obviously, I love Shedeur Sanders, and I think him and Travis Hunter, and he's just a fun dude to watch. And that's why we're always kind of ranting on this channel. Like, I never really understood why people were so negative on him. Even the, like, pregame clip, people were like, he's showing up with his entourage. What, people were like, when will he learn? He's just like his father. It's like, these are his teammates. Do people know this is his teammates? But his athleticism is something that wasn't really discussed. And I think just this clip and many of the clips we're about to show you really demonstrate his athleticism that was not really talked about. Now, this is one of my favorite throws from Shedeur Sanders because, like I said, the all-22 tape is going to give us a real demonstration of what is going on in his face. So the offensive line, once again, is backups. It's not your starting offensive line. And, maybe you got to get the ball out a little bit quicker. That last play was 3rd and 9. You got to get a first down. There's 2 minutes and 16 seconds left right here, and it's 2nd and 12, as you can see on the screen, and you're trying to put together a touchdown drive, right? You've got time. You've got enough time. I think they have a couple of timeouts. But this dude right here for Carolina, he's right there. He's right there. If we even get a little bit more, this ball really probably should have been deflected. Right, it probably should have been tipped, but Shedeur does a phenomenal job at getting it out right when he needs to. He's kind of orchestrating, right? You can kind of see him using his hands here. Go that way, go that way. And this is one heck of a grab from Luke Floria. A little bit overthrown. Obviously, you've got 3 dudes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you've even got 5, but a 5th guy's not really going to pick that off. So you can't overthrow it too much. You can't underthrow it too much. You got to put it really in a perfect spot and hope that your guys make the play here, and that's exactly what Floria does here. Keep in mind, this kid he's thrown to is 5'8". All right, this guy right here, Luke Floria, former Kent State player, worst drawing ever, but he is a rookie from Kent State. He's only 5'8". All right, so this is one heck of a grab. But, this is Jerry Jeudy. Not saying Luke's bad in any way, shape, or form, but, if this is like Jerry Jeudy, Cedric Tillman, he's probably not going to have to necessarily one-hand that. But you get what I'm saying here. Perfect timing, unironic, perfect timing. Let's keep it moving. All right, once again, context matters here. First off, you're at what? It looks like you're at your 7-yard line, but it's 3rd and 9. All right, there's about 9 minutes left here in the second quarter, and maybe if this was, to be honest with you, I don't know, maybe if this was Kenny Pickett or Joe Flacco, they're just going to run it. If this is a regular season game, maybe they don't throw this football here. But we keep talking about this offensive line, not to even rag on the offensive line, but they're right there. They're right up in his face, and he just, we've even got an arm here from his player, or it looks like his arm, or that's actually just straight up the ball. Sorry, I'm a little mistaken there. But his arm does fly up a little bit. You got these two Panthers defenders all up in his grill. He's literally in the end zone. I don't know, maybe somebody can explain why I keep seeing no logos in the end zone. Noticed it yesterday, noticed it tonight. I think it's really ugly, but he steps right into this, right? Steps right into that. Look at this. Look at just his foot. Beautiful throw. Perfect timing once again. Defender falls down a little bit, but this is exactly where the ball needs to be. It's not too behind him. It's not, too in front of him to possibly get picked off. It's 3rd and 9. This is a big baller throw. Now, by this time in the half, there's 1 minute, 9 seconds, by the way, it's first down. At this point in the football game, Shedeur Sanders should be getting first-team reps. Maybe some people thought his first touchdown pass was lucky. I honestly didn't really see anybody saying that. Everyone was pretty impressed and pretty hyped up. Literally, LeBron James is tweeting about this. Who was at the game? Somebody was at the game. People are at this game. They're watching it. And we keep talking about the offensive line. Here's number 39, who's about to save this from being a sack, or at least save the touchdown, to extend the play right here. Just stops him a little bit, and he puts us in a perfect situation. One thing I keep noticing with all of these throws, every successful throw is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 Panthers players right by him, so he's got to fit this in a window. And this is when it was clearly, you can't really dispute Shedeur's talent right now, or at least in this football game. He's playing against the first-string Panthers, or a lot of the first-string Panthers defenders in the first couple of drives, and his decision-making the whole game was perfect. And this is kind of, I think, where everyone is all right, he should be getting at least second-team reps, because the decision-making, we get it. The talent is there, the power there, the accuracy there, it's all there. People still don't really believe it. People still probably, and I'm talking about the naysayers, they probably still won't believe it after this game. Oh, he's just playing in the preseason, whatever. It's clear as day that this dude's got talent, but his decision making to even just make these throws, I'll end this clip with this comment. You'll hear people talk about preseason. What are first teamers going up against second teamers supposed to do? They're supposed to light them up. What does Shedeur Sanders do against either the first string Panthers defense or the second string Panthers defense? He lit them up. So I'm just saying, for where he was selected all the way towards the end of the NFL draft, 5th round, you're not supposed to be this good no matter which string defense you're going up against. So when you watch preseason, I'll even use Joe Burrow in the division. Joe Burrow is going up against, the backup Philadelphia Eagles defense. So what does he do? He goes 9-10, throws 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. It's clear. I'm not trying to necessarily compare Joe Burrow to Shedeur Sanders right now, but what I'm just saying is when you notice something with your eyes in preseason and you throw in the context, oh, he should be lighting these defenses up. First off, as a 5th rounder, you're not really supposed to be doing anything necessarily. Your eyes don't lie, and I really think this game is finally the catalyst that has people excited about the future Shedeur Sanders. We've said it on this channel probably 50 too many times. He will be the starting quarterback and the future of this franchise at some point in the season. I guarantee you they still go, no matter what happens in the next couple of preseason games, I bet you they still go with Joe Flacco. But probably 3 or 4 games into the season, they're going to get sick and tired of that. It will have served its purpose. And that point on, you'll see Shedeur Sanders be the starting quarterback for this team. Folks, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Give me all your thoughts on Shedeur and the rest of the Browns preseason game, and we'll see you soon. Peace.